like Nod here that we've showed you. And today we are learning all about the proper ways to socialize our puppies and kittens after adopting them, which is why we are welcoming Zoe Knox from the Dumb Friends League. Zoe, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and of course we've been hearing Nod throughout the show. He's been teasing himself here, just, I'm coming up, make sure you adopt me, I'm coming up. He's so good. So tell us a little bit about Nod here.
Nod is around 9 weeks old is what we're estimating. You know, he was just found as a stray. He's not quite ready for adoption yet. He still needs to get neutered, and he'll be ready to go pretty soon though.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's talk about, what we want to do in terms of socialization. What are some of the critical things we need to think about?
Yeah, so you can start adopting kittens at 8 weeks of age, and that is during their critical socialization period. So if you are adopting a kitten, especially between the ages of 8 weeks to 16 weeks, you're going to want to make sure that you're getting a lot of really good training and socialization in during that period, because they're just soaking up everything like a sponge at that point in their life. Okay. And we want them to be really confident, happy, adult, social cats that do really well with guests and aren't as shy and fearful, when stuff can be scary.
Yeah, definitely. How does one safely work on socialization? I'm sure there are plenty of things we need to think about when we're doing this safely.
Absolutely.
He's all about it.
I know, he's stealing it. That's okay. So the one thing that I stress to all my adopters that I chat with is something that I know nobody wants to do, but I promise is really important for helping them get socialized well, is that you want to do an initial confinement period into something like a bathroom or a small room without a lot of furniture, because they might still be, fairly fearful and still working on things. You want to be able to safely access them, monitor, are they eating, drinking, using a litter box properly, not going potty under your bed or something like that. And that gives you a chance to still access them to continue working on socialization. One of the things that we like to do in the shelter with our under-socialized fearful kittens is clicker training. Can I show you some of that, Danny?
Please, I would love that.
Okay, absolutely. Here, you hold on to the little guy for a second. So we use baby food in the shelter, and that tends to work really well. As you can tell, Nod really likes it.
Just a little bit.
And choice is so important for cats. I want to make sure that he really wants to engage with me and that he's getting something intrinsically really good out of it.
Okay.
So I will click the moment that he does the correct behavior, which is what I'm working on is like finger targeting with him. So as soon as his little nose touches my finger, I click my clicker and then deliver that reinforcement.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Look at him. He's so engaged already, and he's never done this before.
Wow.
He's a smart little guy.
Yeah, definitely. So would you encourage people at home to even do this with their own cats?
Absolutely. We do have resources about clicker training on the Dumb Friends League website. Okay. And our counselors are always happy to chat about that with the public.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do, even if you don't want to fumble with a clicker, that's okay. We just want to make sure that we are pairing like petting, pickups, handling with something that is valuable to them. Sometimes they like tuna or other kitten treats. Sure. I think this is the easiest thing. He really likes it.
He does seem to be pretty food motivated. I want to talk too quickly about misconceptions surrounding socialization. I'm sure people think one thing and maybe it's the other. What do you hear?
Yeah, so sometimes I think more the old school way of socialization, socializing kittens would be what we call flooding. And that would be kind of like picking up a shy kitten, maybe burrito wrapping them in a towel and kind of forcing them to tolerate handling. We know a little bit better now, and we want to make sure that the kitten is allowed to make good choices with us and is rewarded for that. I don't want them to have that like learned helplessness thing. I want them to feel genuinely confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay. I want to quickly give people information again about where they can go and what resources the Dumb Friends League has to help socialize. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have a free behavior helpline service. You can schedule that on our website or call our main number, and our operator can schedule that for you. And there are also handouts available on our website under the Behavior Resources tab.
Amazing. Okay, well, guys, look at this incredible, sweet little baby here who needs a home. Obviously, obviously we're waiting a little bit until he's neutered, but keep him in mind and all of the other incredible animals at Dumb Friends League. And make sure you're getting all the information you need by heading to ddfl.org and adopt one of these sweet animals from the Dumb Friends League. Head online to see if there's an animal that belongs in your family.